Hey, Gordon here from A-Team Restorations in Bend, Oregon. This is the first in a long series of episodes we're going to do about restoring a 66 Mustang. Now we have a lot of ground to cover on this subject, and we're going to try and go into as much depth as possible and try and help you, and show you how to restore a car, how to acquire one, and what to look for when purchasing the new ride, or in this case the 66 Mustang, for restoration. The first thing to consider is your skill level. Are you a beginner, a moderate, or a pro? Now, we're not going to deal with the pro or even some of the moderates. We're going to try and deal with the beginner to mid-moderates, the lower end. Guys that have skills in the garage, have worked around, know their way around wrenches, and we're going to try and do as many tips for the beginners as we possibly can. Now, if you look at the picture above, you can see that would be from a senior moderate to a pro to restore. This is not a place for a beginner to begin with. This picture here above shows what a pro would start with. Now, this is a car that would probably be numbers matching, all original and there, just really messed up bodywork, maybe frame damage, but it's worth restoring on a pro level, but by no means is this for a moderate to beginner. Now, you wonder why I showed you those two cars as examples. Is because we don't want you to get in over your head right off the bat, and we don't want you racking up a huge budget cost that there is no way you're ever going to be able to cover, and the car will sit there in pieces for 3 to 4 years. You'll lose interest and sell it at a loss. So for a beginner to early moderate, this is the kind of car you're actually looking for. This is a 66 Mustang with a pony interior, a 289, a 3-speed automatic, and seems to be all there and runs and drives. So now you've found the Mustang of your dreams. This is the one you want to restore, and it's time to make a deal. This is where you need to inspect the car from top to bottom. You need to find flaws in the car that you can reduce the price. Remember, we're trying to keep the budget down here. We don't want to pay Barrett Jackson price for a car we're going to restore. We want to get it for the lowest possible funding that we can. This is where it pays to do a little bit of research. Go to Craigslist. We'll use that as an example for now. And, see what cars are going for around your price and maybe around the country. But, prices of cars vary by zip codes. So the closer the zip code is to the west coast, the higher the price of the car is going to be, because it's going to be a rust-free chassis. So now you've found the perfect Mustang. This is the car you're going to buy. This is where the buyer tells you the price and where your head explodes. In the case of this Mustang, let's say the owner is asking $6,000. Now, you've done your research on this car in your area, and you've looked around. You notice this car is missing a few things. $6,000 is out of the question. This is where you need to start introducing the flaws to knock the price down. Now, the bigger the flaw you can find, obviously the more money you can take off. On this car, we were lucky to find some frame damage up front, so we were able to knock considerable amount of money off of this and get the car for well under the $4,000 mark, which is a huge savings to the new owner that we're going to restore this car for. So finally, you and the owner have agreed on a price, and it's time to buy the car. The biggest hint I can possibly give you is always pay in cash. Never write a check. The more dead presidents you have on you to show the seller, the faster you will own that car and the less money you will pay. Okay, so that wraps that up pretty much for this first part of a series of episodes we're going to be doing about how to restore a classic Mustang. This gives you tips and kind of inside information on how to buy one and acquire it, and what you should look for, and how to negotiate the price. So stay tuned for our next videos of actually restoring the 66 Mustang and the tips and tricks that you guys can do there to save money. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and that way we can keep you updated consistently of what's going on in the restoration of all of our vehicles.